What's going on, boys and girls? What's up, world? Austin John Plays here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new mock-ups for the Nintendo Switch and like 7 rumors about it. Guys, just to let you know, we are doing a giveaway for a Nintendo Switch or a copy of Pokemon Sword and Shield or Link's Awakening or $300 of eShop credit, depending if you already have a Nintendo Switch. Be sure to stay tuned in the end of the video for more info. My outfit is so matching today. Got a little Charmander down there too. So a rule of thumb when it comes to rumors, if you hear it from one person, it's a lie. If you hear it from more than one, it starts to become believable. If a whole bunch of people who have nothing to do with each other start to have a lot of things in common about a rumor, it tends to be even more true. That's becoming the case for the Nintendo Switch Mini. A quick recap right here. There was a rumor going around as early as October of 2018 that there's a Nintendo Switch SKU planned for late 2019. This came from the Wall Street Journal talking about an enhanced display. In January of this year, Nikkei, who's a very reputable Japanese publication, suggests that a smaller and more affordable Switch hardware is on the way. Although Nintendo refused to comment, the publication stated it could arrive as early as this year, according to system suppliers. Last month, June 13th, Nintendo moved Switch manufacturing out of China. 2 new models are reportedly in production. I made a video about this and people said I was lying, and it's literally fact that they are moving production outside of China to Southeast Asia, where they're going to be working on new Switches. Now, new is a proper term. That doesn't mean that it's going to be more powerful or anything else like that. However, a lot of people believe that one of the 2 models is going to be a cheaper, light, or miniature edition. The other one could just be the current Nintendo Switch, slightly updated, possibly with a better screen. Mid-June, someone named Captain Alex on Twitter put out this screenshot saying, "Was the Switch Mini just unofficially announced to me? A gaming company in China just wrote me letting me know that they're releasing accessories for the Nintendo Switch Mini. Would a company make products for a console they didn't know existed and didn't have in hand? They would make it for products that they don't have in hand." We could talk about accessory makers for new iPhones. They're given the exact specs, where the cameras are, the buttons, etc., but they don't have the actual device. This comes from Sarah at Honson Gaming. Says, "Hi manager Alexander. Greetings from China. Glad to tell you that we will release Switch Mini accessories such as carry bag, screen protector, etc. Look forward to work with you." I get a lot of emails from people from China who want me to review things, and I can say without a doubt that this email came from China. Also, when it comes to Hanson Gaming, who's a manufacturer for Nintendo Switch accessories as well as accessories for more systems, there is a woman here whose name is Sarah. In the screenshot right here, we see 4 images. 3 of these 4 have a Nintendo Switch Mini in there. These 2 are actually screenshots that we've seen before. This comes from April 2017. The Switch Mini isn't real yet, but these mock-ups sure are convincing. And this is this exact Nintendo Switch right here, down to the pixel. However, they removed the screenshot button for whatever reason. This mock-up is new. This guy, there's a couple things to note. 1, there's no more 4 buttons for the left D-pad, and now it's an actual D-pad. The screen takes up the entire inner bezel area, and it's important to note that if they just received the specs for this, but they did not receive an actual unit, it could say that the screen size is all of that. The screen size may be defined as the actual screen, as well as this black gloss border around here before getting to the actual plastic. By the way, I've been playing a lot of Mario Maker 2. I'm gonna leave my creator code on screen right now. Feel free to follow me. I have some pretty cool themed courses that I've set up already. I plan on making a whole bunch more. Also, something important to note here is this is a hard case. When it comes to the other 2 cases that we saw, these are carry cases. You need rough estimates for that. But this, you need exact measurements of what it's going to be so that it can snap on properly. 1 week later, the Nintendo Switch rumors escalate as Spanish arm of Game lists accessories. So this is 1 week after this email went out from Sarah at Honson Gaming. Right here, we can see a screenshot of Game, which is, for you fellow Americans, it's like GameStop, but not in America. And there's a whole bunch of products listed here for Nintendo Switch Mini. See? Switch Mini, Switch Mini, Switch Mini, Switch Mini, Switch Mini. As of right now, those listings have been removed from the game website. If we actually go there, this URL does a scan of anything, including the word mini, and see, it's nothing. This is very possible that these are placeholder items that were put on the website that may be released anytime this year. However, they are in the system just to get the SKUs in there. Next, fast forward to last week at an investors meeting with the president of Nintendo talking about the Switch Mini. This night was the meeting with investors, and Nintendo was asked about rumors of the Switch Mini. Here are their answers, which confirms that it is spec and well developed. We suspected it, and it will surely come out at the end of this year. We cannot comment on many rumors. We would always be new hardware. Obviously there's some translation errors. We cannot comment on rumors about a mini Switch. It would prevent us from surprising the players. We are still developing new hardware. I mean, this makes a lot of sense. If they're gonna release a cheaper, lower end device in a month from now, why would people go out now and buy a more expensive device? The longer that they don't officially announce it is the longer that people are going to be buying a Nintendo Switch. Because not everyone watches my channel, but you do, so you should smash that like button and hit subscribe. This is just common business sense. If you are going to be releasing a cheaper product, you don't inform people about it because that decreases sales of the current product you already have. It would make no sense for them to announce 6 months out that they have a new Nintendo Switch Mini coming at a cheaper price point. Instead, it makes more sense for them to keep this under wraps as long as possible until they are ready to unveil it. This is very much in line with what Nintendo has done in the past. There are rumors about a new Nintendo DS model going up until I think about a week before, and they kept saying, not happening, not happening, not happening, and then they introduced the Nintendo DS Lite. This is not the video, I couldn't find the video. Fast forward to this morning, or technically late last night. This might be what an upcoming Nintendo Switch Mini really looks like. This is last month's leak, and we've seen this image while I've been talking about it here today, with the D-pad, the screenshot button, the decreased bezel, and the larger overall screen to switch ratio. And here's what the Mini will look like according to images received by well-known leaker Roland from Win Future. And this image from Roland is of a silicone glove fitting over the Nintendo Switch Mini. Now there's a few important things to note here. One, we see 4 directional buttons. We do not see a D-pad. There is a screenshot button. We see all of the returning I/O and top buttons. I'm assuming that this top left is going to be the volume rocker as well as the power button. I don't see the headphone jack, although I assume that there is one, and maybe just this area on the right is going to be the placeholder for the game card as well as the headphone jack. Some people were saying that the joysticks may be changed from what we have on the current Nintendo Switch being, you know, raised up from the system and easily touchable to what we see with, for example, the 3DS. And the 3DS's joysticks are much more flat and flush up against the system and extend in a certain direction. If that was the case for this, there would need to be a little bit more clearance around these joystick stems for the silicone case. So I'm starting to think that we're not going to see more recessed joysticks. Now what's even more impressive is this is the product right here. He was able to get an actual photo of the Nintendo Switch Mini accessory complete with its retail packaging. What's strange about the product's name is Mini Switch 2, but we may be looking at a placeholder name. Or it might just be coming from China, and that's what they write on boxes. And this is a silicone glove for the Nintendo Switch Mini 2, or for Mini Switch 2, right down there. I mean, it looks adorable. I don't really have a good point of reference of how small it would be. Actually, looking at the silicone glove, it's essentially like you have everything here on the Joy-Cons, except it's like cut up to there. So yeah, that would be the size of the Joy-Cons. I already have girl hands and it feels good in my hands, so I can only imagine how small it's gonna be. And seeing as how close the screen is to the Joy-Cons, it doesn't seem like they are going to be detachable. It's just gonna be one solid piece because the tech for going from the actual Switch into the Joy-Con takes up a fair amount of room, and more room than that tiny piece of silicone right there. Now, this is a question that I get asked quite a lot. Should you wait for the Switch Mini to buy it if you're thinking about buying a Switch now? No. No, I guarantee that the Switch Mini will not have more powerful hardware than the current Nintendo Switch, and the current Nintendo Switch struggles to run some games as is. Unless you need a cheap solution, don't wait for the Switch Mini. If this is coming out this year, they would want to have this available for Pokemon Sword and Shield's releases. That's typically on a cheaper home console or a portable console. So that is the whole history of everything going on with the Nintendo Switch leaks and rumors. But I want to know what you think. Leave a comment down below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. We are doing a Nintendo Switch giveaway until we hit 800,000 subscribers to the channel. Be sure to check the link out down below. Until next time, Austin John out.